Here we have game 2 of a grudge match between Pinder, who is the blue Protoss in the right hand side here, against pRoHuntresS, who is the green Zerg in the top here on Scrap Station. This is brought to you by SC2C.com. If you are part of the C sort of community, you are in sort of Southeast Asia and you play on the C servers, go to the website, register, post on the forums. It's a really awesome website and we can get the whole community together and we can really build something up from this. Get some grudge matches like this going, which is what we really need here. pRoHuntresS is a game down here. He did lose last game. He kind of went roaches, didn't really get the drones up, like an early kind of half push by Pinder, just forced him to make units, kind of supply cap him a bit and just put him behind, and he really couldn't catch up. He didn't build drones to catch up and just couldn't pump out enough roaches in time to really deal with the gateway / robo army that Pinder was building. Still, Rafallen telling me that Huck has lost, so that's a bit of a bummer right there. Was hoping he would go through, but still, Pinder here, spawning over here. I mean, it's going to be a while until we really start seeing what tech they go. It is Scrap Station. Zerg kind of been sort of said to have an advantage on this map. It isn't as big an advantage as you would think, but still not being able to sort of do early pushes. But still, Protoss here can do the fast expand quite quickly. They can get down, possibly even like Forge first and stuff like that, and get a nice wall off sort of outside their base down here if they choose to. But Pinder obviously not. He's just getting the gateway up the top here. I imagine he will do maybe 2 base play on this map as well. He did last game, and it was even close positions on Lost Temple. So if he's doing 2 base on that map, on that positions, then I imagine he would on this as well. Zerg obviously would love 2 as well, but he is going for a Speedling build. Is this Speedling? Pretty sure it is. He has got spawning pool and gas pretty quickly here on 14. Obviously, when this extractor goes up, he will put drones in there. He will be able to have enough gas for speed once that pool is finished. Looking to possibly put some early pressure on Pinder here. I'm not sure. Maybe he just wants some defense against any early pushes from Pinder. But still, Speedling build is the safest thing you can do in a ZVP here. Obviously, if you can expand first though, 14 hatch, 15 hatch, that kind of stuff, you can take an early lead with economy and just pump drones quite quickly. But it does kind of hurt if he does go 2 gate and stuff like that. We do actually see here a second gateway and a cybernetics core going down here. This is not 2 gate. The second gate is a bit late and he's not chrono boosting out zealots. So it's not going to be 2 gate pressure. It's just that second gate is a bit quicker here. Looking to get that wall off going. Might need another building in there, but we'll see what he does to wall off there, or maybe he might not even choose to wall off. But, I mean, Speedling build though can just run in. We have the Overlord here, just having a little bit of a poke, just seeing what's going on here. It will see this second gateway, and it has already seen the cybernetics core as well, so he knows exactly what his opponent's doing. Just sort of straying on the edge here because he knows his cybernetics core is building. He doesn't want to get this Overlord picked off so early. It will supply cap him, and it's such quite far behind having to spend 100 minerals this early instead of getting 2 drones and really getting your economy going. Pool is up and he is not actually building Lings, he's just getting a fast queen out now, getting Ling's speed now, so just getting the queen, getting Ling's speed, and he's building more drones as well. So just looking to get Ling's speed up so he's got faster defense, possibly even a bit of harassment, maybe try and deny that second base if Pinder tries to take it. Still, expansion going down here from pRoHuntresS. Obviously, Zerg wants to expand. I mean, you want a 14 hatch where you can. If you can get away with it and not die, it's the best opening you can do, but still getting a hatchery down nice and early is always awesome. Also, warp gate being researched here, pretty staple stuff. Obviously, there is a gap here as well, so I imagine he will fill that that hole there with a 3rd gateway. There you go. So we do have 3 gateway here. Getting a zealot to come out somewhere. Yep, this zealot here will fill this hole here and complete the wall off. But no 4 gate yet, so it isn't 4 gate. This could be just a 3 gate expand build, or we might add on a 4th gateway, maybe do some pressure that way. We do actually have stalkers at the front here, just the 2 stalkers, doing a bit of pressure here. Always a good little opening here. Speed is not quite up, it's still 3/4 done, so he's not going to be able to do too much damage to these stalkers until that's done. But stalkers really not doing that much at all, just pulling back, taking a few shots, killing a few Lings, having a bit of a go at a few of these overlords. But a lot of Lings being built now. In fact, these 2 stalkers are doing really well damage, or really good damage, sorry, simply because they are forcing Lings to be built and not obviously drones, which is what you really want to be doing this early in the game. Income tab real quickly, 17 to 24 harvesters, 17 obviously being for the Zerg player. So you can see what kind of economy he's lost there. Speed is up. He will be able to catch these stalkers. He has catch his back one that will die. The front one hasn't quite been caught. Can't quite get us around with only 4 Lings, but that's forced to stop. And these last ones will come in here and clean that up. So those 2 stalkers will die. So I mean, has done a bit of damage with them. Wall off is complete now, but he doesn't have many range units. In fact, if he targets down one of these gateways, he could be in trouble here. This zealot here shouldn't die. Sentry is hit a force field there if he starts getting quite low, but no, they just chase away because obviously the warp gate's just got completed, so he's able to warp in units, 2 zealots and a stalker, and he's going to move out now and expand, so pretty good timing, just waiting for those warp gates to get up. Doesn't build the Nexus though, just a small blunder there, just time to build a pylon a little bit too quickly there. I wouldn't say it's a blunder, it's just a small little error, but still, 3 gate is up as well, so once this economy starts kicking in, we'll probably see him add on some more stuff there. We also see the lair coming up and the roach warring down and the evo chamber. I really hope he uses that for fast upgrades, that kind of stuff. Would be really good in this matchup here. More drones being built. Thank goodness he's building drones now. He is on 28 versus 28, so his droning is better this game, which is what really let him down the last game. He really didn't have many roaches. He's still on 1 gas though. In fact, am I right about that? Yeah, he's still on 1 gas. I would like to see him take that 2nd gas pretty soon. Obviously, 1 gas for roaches really doesn't work. You don't have enough gas. You really can only punch out a few of them. You're forced to make speedlings. And yeah, pure roach is actually pretty good against pRoHuntresS early on. This Ling here just coming through and scouting, checking this Nexus is here. Now, when you scout this Nexus as Zerg, pretty safe to pump drones for 1 or 2 rounds before you have to build units. He's not going to push out with this army here. He's just going to stay in his base and defend. Building these Lings coming in here, that is... Oh, that's an error. I think he just pushed them in. I don't know if he scattered out that army when that first Ling went in, but he lost a lot there and didn't do any damage at all. A few shield damage there, but that all gets regenerated quite quickly. So just throwing away units there, really not a good way to get ahead in this game. Might start wailing on these back rocks would be a good idea, but there is a pylon there to sort of scout for that. Creep spread could be a bit better as well. I mean, that's pretty far behind. He should be down to about here by now, I'd say. This drone here coming down, looking to take his 3rd. Awesome move there. I don't know if that's safe though. He really doesn't have many units out. Just check the units real quickly. He only has 9 Lings, and that's it, and 2 Queens. So that's his defense. Pretty much that. Plus a few more Lings lying around somewhere. But I mean, if pRoHuntresS were to push out here and kill those Lings and just do a bit of a scout and see that he really didn't have many units, he would be in trouble. Hallucinating Finks just fly over the top here just to check what's going on, just have a look at the unit counts, see what's going on, just maybe knocking a few overlords around, but really nothing much. Just checking the count, checking the tech, just making sure it's not going Spire, because it will force him to actually go real Phoenixes. But still, Roach is starting to be built now. This is good. Roach speed is about halfway done. Missile attacks about halfway done as well. In fact, about a 3rd done. Sorry, overdid that one a bit. Ling's coming. Ling's getting pulled here. He's pushing out here. Realizing there's only a few Lings. They'll have to come back. He does lose 1 for his efforts. In fact, if he does push that tower, no, he's not. He's just going to try and break through these rocks and beat him here. I don't know. He definitely hasn't seen this. In fact, I'll just check because he's a Phoenix. No, he hasn't actually seen that expansion. So that's a bit of a shame. If he did see that, he might be more inclined to push out in that direction and deny that expansion. But instead, he's just going to break through these rocks here. What's waiting for on the other side? It's going to be 3 spine crawlers, and he's pumping roaches pretty hard now. 3 more coming out on top of these 7. But there is a lot of gateway units here. Keep in mind how many gateways has he got up now. He has is that 7? 7 gateways. That's all his production right there. So 7 gate, that's a lot of gateway units to pump out, and there really aren't that many roaches. His income is good though, 35 to 39 harvests right now, which is good, but still, it's going to be enough to really hold on this. I mean, he's going to have to use his choke point to really do any damage here. There are a lot of sentries here with a lot of energy, and there's a bit of lag in this game, so definitely lag, that's a bit annoying, but hopefully it doesn't infect this push that much. Pylon is built down, he should get some reinforcements coming in soon. Here they come forward now. Will there be shields going up? There should be sentry shields in a second here. Just going to pick off those 3 zealots at the front there. And the shields do go up. Misses 1, which a few units do escape through, and he does pick off 2 roaches there, but really not doing that much damage with those shields. Still pushing forward here. He's caught in a very weird position. He has got these roaches on this side. He does block off those roaches very well there, but these force fields over here wear off. He's able to come from this side. I don't know if there's enough roaches here to really deal with this, but he is pulling back. Pinder is pulling back from his push. There are a lot of roaches in those spine crawls, really doing a lot of damage here. But there aren't many roaches left. Really, how many is that? That's 8 roaches. He is obviously building some right now. 5 more about to pop out, plus these ones that pop. So, I mean, if he pushes forward, you might be able to try and chase him away. But, yep, still. Yep, roaches coming in here. We're just trying to get some observers to leave so this game doesn't lag so much. But still, picking up a few zealots here. Zealots really not great against roaches on creep. Roaches just way too quick. They can kite backwards, as you can see. And stalkers, sorry, really don't have the range to do anything about it. Didn't get a force field there. That would have been quite good for him, actually. Just really needs a few more sentries just to get more energy up. He is putting down, like, not quite enough shields to really catch units. Spine Crawler's moving up into a better position here, looking to really hold this front a bit better. He sees them going down, obviously, and he is choosing to push forward here, trying to do a bit of damage. Just does a bit of damage to one, then pulls back slightly. So he's out of range. Roach is here, trying to bait them forwards towards that Spine Crawler. I feel that if he fights a Spine Crawler, the Zerg player does have a slight advantage. Those Spine Crawlers do a bit of damage here. Just keep in mind, though, this base here is up. So, I mean, if he can get drones there, if he can actually macro in some drones in this crazy game, he could actually get a decent lead here. Tech-wise, though, nothing really going on up here in Pinder's base. He's just sticking to his 7 gate, just going pure gateway units. Not trying to get speed or blink though. I don't know if maybe he should get speed. Obviously, he's building zealots. You want to actually connect with the roaches, not just make them kite. But still, he's actually also just healing up a few of these roaches here. But really, this is just a standoff. Neither player really wants to engage into this. Obviously, this choke point here is good for force shields. You can just put down a few force shields and really catch half the army out. But not. Just both players bouncing back and forward. And are we going to get engagement here? We are going to get a few zealots get picked off here, but both players pulling back once again. Roger's pushing forward a bit far, but not quite to the point where you want to shield. Just a very big stalemate. This is turning into a crazy game here. We do have +1 completed from the roaches, and +1 armor is being built right now. He is pushing forward again, just looking to pick off units, but not pulling back. In fact, roaches are starting to get to a decent point now. I wouldn't be scared if he did just try and push forward, get into sort of melee range with this ball, so the shields really don't do too much and do some damage. He is getting drops right now, Overlord drop and speed, as well as burrow. So that's quite interesting. Might look at backstabbing into the main. Maybe not with all the roaches, maybe with just some. Or maybe with all of them, who knows. Could turn into a base race. We'll have to wait and see what he does once that upgrade is complete. He actually did cancel that as well, instead choosing to build 11 roaches. Blink is being upgraded as well. We'll pick off his pylon here, which kind of loses his advantage. There is creep there now, so we'll need a detector out there if he wants to actually build that pylon in the same spot. So that's a nice little gain there. Pull his army back a bit far. We do actually have drones transferring down here now, which is awesome. Protoss is still on 2 base. Roaches here, this is just a real stalemate. Neither player wanting to push forward into this. Obviously, I really liked Overlord speed and Overlord drops, to be honest with you. If you've got to break this stalemate, that's one way to do it. Burrow is good, I like it, but not getting rich. Burrow's movement is something else. He's pushing now with a lot of Stalkers, trying to pick off this Roach over here. That's going to be a free kill. Some of these Spine Crawlers are starting to poke. Roach is moving forward. Is he going to engage here? He is going to pick off that sentry at the front. There are sentries at the front here which have quite high energy. Gets 2 shields down, but he's got blink. He's microing back a lot. But roaches really are just like one-shotting some of these stalkers, and roaches are just doing a lot of damage here. He's pushing forward here. Roaches doing so much damage, really losing a few, but really stalkers really don't do too well against roaches. Doing a lot of damage. Roach numbers are starting to dwindle here. He's microing very well, Pinder, pulling back as many low health stalkers as he can. He's starting to lose a few. Some of the low health ones are now at the front, but roach numbers are really getting low. I dare say the stalkers might have a slight advantage there. Roaches do pull back, obviously not fighting the spine crawls. If you have overlords here out of position, they will be killed off. Not quite supply capping him though. He's moving forward with a fresh spawn of roaches here, looking to do damage, but there's a fresh warp in of stalkers as well to deal with that. Both players pulling back. Actually, Pinder's actually chasing him in there. No, he's just holding position on the edge of the creek there. So, yet again, just a complete negation of both armies here. Some players going to need to do something to break this stalemate. I don't know what, whether it's maybe tech up for one player, get better upgrades, try to drop, that kind of stuff. There is actually burrowed roaches there. And get a bit of damage in here. He's blinked his entire pack back. That's going to put it all on cooldown. These French ones are going to take a bit of damage. He's still pushing forward here. He does have +1 armor done now. In fact, he is doing a lot of damage here with these roaches. They do blink back. He's going to pick off these pylons as well. But these roaches are going to run away. They aren't quite enough to deal with that. And even if he does, it's just going to be a complete negation of both armies. Looks like Pinder's looking to take